Hi everybody, good morning. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning of the day after the New Year, January 2nd. As we look at things here out there this morning, we had a low pressure system sitting right over top of Omaha this morning. Out ahead of it, we had some snow that rolled across north central, northeast Nebraska, dropping some light snow accumulation here. We had some clouds around, and then behind a cold front, which is right here. I didn't draw it in because it's almost out of our area. We had some partial clearing for a brief period of time, but then low clouds have now made their way into the I-80 corridor here. Grand Island, Kearney's just about ready to see it, Lexington to North Platte. And it's on the leading edge of those clouds. It's gotten very foggy all of a sudden. There is some other fog here and there, a little bit of partially dense fog in spots, but some of the thickest fog has been right on the leading edge of those clouds this morning. Those are going to continue to build southeastward here, southward this morning, and then we'll see it kind of clear out a little bit by noon. We'll get a little partial clearing in the afternoon, but then other mid and upper level clouds out west will build in later on today. So most of us, not a ton of sun today. Some places we'll see some sun, but other places we'll see a lot of clouds today. We'll see kind of partly cloudy skies, a mix of clouds and clear skies this evening, but then thicker clouds redeveloping tonight, and once again fog will be a concern. This looks a little more widespread than what we've seen overnight into early this morning. So a lot more of us could see areas of low clouds, fog, freezing fog potential tomorrow morning. Your Friday is going to be a cloudier day, perhaps even some snow flurries or light snow during the afternoon in central to northwestern areas. We kind of get this band that develops here. It does lift a little bit farther north tomorrow night, so northern areas would have the best chance of picking up some light accumulating snow Friday night into Saturday morning. Most of us will not see snow. We just have a lot of clouds around, and we're going to be kind of playing the waiting game for developing snow during the day on Saturday. And for some to the south and southeast, some ice will be possible as well. And in fact, starting Saturday at noon, continuing until Sunday evening at 6 p.m., a winter storm watch is in place over southeastern areas here. Places like Nebraska City, Beatrice, Hebron, Superior, down towards Mankato, Kansas, Belleville, Kansas here. The timing of this is going to be kind of that general timing, but right now I expect the highest impacts here. This does not mean other areas will not be impacted. It's just that the highest impacts will be here, where a potential winter storm warning will eventually replace this watch sometime as we get closer to this period. I could see other areas potentially being put into a winter weather advisory as we get a little bit closer in time to this weekend's winter weather. Let's take a look at the extended outlook when it comes to long-range forecast models. Here's the European model. Again, snow moving away from us today. A lot of clouds around. Then there's that little bit of snow tomorrow night up north. Then let's take you into Saturday morning here. This is 6 a.m., so 7 a.m. We're just starting to see things just getting going here. First off, ice in the south. Kansas, southern Nebraska, quickly then changing over to snow. But there could be some light ice accumulation, especially in our Kansas counties. And then just kind of a lot of snow Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. Becomes heavier Saturday night and Sunday morning with the heaviest amounts of snow in the southeast, but most of us seeing snow, but the worst of it does look to be in the southeast. And then this kind of slowly dwindles down Sunday morning through Sunday afternoon before clearing out by Sunday night. After that, we're not seeing much through the middle of next week, so we actually do see a bit of a warming trend. So notice that next system, that Clipper system, brings not only a chance of snow but maybe some rain later in the week. Still continue to see these Clipper systems, but we do look at a general warming trend, especially I think as we get towards next weekend, the first or the second weekend of January. It looks like it could be a slightly milder weekend. Let's take a look at the GFS model, look for some differences and similarities. Again, snow moving out this morning, still some clouds around these next couple of days here, and then again we look at that Friday afternoon, Friday night chance of snow mainly up north. Then as we get towards Saturday morning, look at that ice starts to develop in the south, but eventually becomes all snow. And then that snow starts to get heavier Saturday night into Sunday morning. Notice southern areas, southeastern areas get the highest impacts of snow, but most of us will see snow. Excuse me. Look at that. By Sunday morning, the heaviest snow is over northeast Kansas and southeast Nebraska, then moves on out Sunday afternoon into Sunday night. So the timing is a little bit later with the GFS. Then after that, pretty quiet Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. A little more sunshine on Wednesday, I believe. And then we get the next Clipper system, which does bring us a little bit of light snow possible later in the week. It should be cold enough. It should be mostly snow, I think, still. But then I think once that moves out, we do see a little bit of maybe a warming trend by next weekend. We'll see how that will play out down the road here just a bit. In fact, here, I'll just show you several shots of colder air coming in the days ahead. And then as we get towards that next weekend here, we start to warm it up a little bit here. A little bit of a warming trend coming. That's the second weekend of January. So again, colder air, colder air, colder air. And then a little bit better maybe by the middle of next week, and then warming up even more towards next weekend right there. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures for these next few days here. Haven't even gotten to that yet here. We'll take a look at the highs for today. 20s up north, most of us in the 30s, perhaps near 40 in northern Kansas. Cold tonight down into the teens and lower 20s for lows. Tomorrow's highs chillier, stuck in the upper teens up north. Most of us will see 20s and then some low 30s. To the southwest, even a little bit better in far southwestern areas, mid to upper 30s there. So warmer the farther southwest you go. Tomorrow night, a little colder yet, teens to right around 20 with some single digits up north. As we get even colder air on Saturday, highs in the teens and 20s. And even colder yet on Sunday, highs mainly in the teens, some low 20s out to the west. 9 in O'Neill. So it's getting colder and colder. Some of the coldest air of the season coming in so far. The coldest, I think the coldest, the worst of it will be on Sunday and Monday. So again, here comes the, again, little fog this morning, better chance of fog tomorrow morning. Here comes the snow Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and Sunday morning, the heaviest of which will fall early Sunday morning. I think 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. would be your heaviest snowfall, and then kind of winding down later in the day on Sunday. A little breezy as well, which could blow some of that snow around. It'll be a slightly drier snow with the colder temperatures too, so it could blow around a little bit easier. I don't think it'll be super windy, but windy enough there could be some minor blowing snow. And then again, staying chilly early next week, warming up maybe a little bit by Wednesday. And then beyond that here, we kind of stay in the 20s and low 30s, but then warm up a little bit more by next Saturday. We should see a warmer weekend ahead, maybe getting closer to 40 by then. North Platte, looking at your outlook here, again, you can see mostly cloudy today, maybe a little fog this morning, a little bit better chance of some fog tomorrow morning. Then we look at that snow coming Saturday, especially Saturday afternoon. Saturday night will be the best chance, and then wrapping up Sunday morning. Should be done by the afternoon there. Colder air, but then kind of coming up a little bit Monday and Tuesday, not as cold as the Tri-Cities, even better yet on Wednesday. Temperatures may cool back down a little bit beyond Wednesday, but we'll see. This model doesn't have it getting as cold there or in North Platte compared to the Tri-Cities, and we could be much milder by next Sunday or Saturday, getting maybe close to 50 in North Platte. So not as cold there. In fact, as you look at the long range outlook, we're kind of starting to balance out between below average and above average here. So we're kind of on that balancing act as the colder air starts to shift away from us. Some of that warm air is trying to build in as we get later next week into the early part of the following week. That takes us into mid-January. We're still looking at near to slightly above average precipitation as more chances could come down the road. All right, well, I have showed you everything I have. Like I said, over the next 24 to 48 hours, look for more issuances of winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories. Those will be coming out here over the next couple of days as the storm system comes in for the weekend. All right, I want to thank you all for watching on this Thursday. I'll be back with you on Friday morning with all of the latest. Until then, take care and God bless. Bye.